Spiti Valley in July. This is a video which will explain to you what is the difference between traveling in the first half of July versus the second half of July. Now, the first half of July, we're taking particularly from the 1st to the 15th of July, and the second half would be from 16th to the 31st. Now, when it comes to the weather, the first half of July will be a lot more warmer and the weather would be more stable as compared to the second half. It will be light rain, which will start maybe by the 10th of July, but by the second half of July, the rain would intensify and it will get a lot more colder. And the second half of July is where the actual risk of landslides begin in Himachal. Even though this year is an El Nino year and the rainfall has been delayed, but when it does come in Himachal, it will create havoc, especially because of the fragile ecosystem. So if you're planning a trip, it will be in the first half of July is a better time to be traveling as compared to the second half, because the first half is the most safer time to be going there. So ideally try to finish your trip, I would say, by the 20th of July, because after that the weather can be extremely unpredictable. The tourist crowd in July will reduce as the month progresses because two factors. One is the extreme change in the weather with the torrential rain that will start, and also the fact that summer holidays will start to end in northern part of India. So this will result in schools reopening and the family crowd heading back home for the start of school. But Spiti Valley still remains a very good time to be traveling, because within Spiti Valley it will be pretty much no rainfall, since Spiti is a cold desert rain shadow region. But getting to Spiti Valley is the real task because of the heavy rainfall. So my suggestion for anyone who's traveling to Spiti Valley, plan a minimum of 8 nights, 9 days. So this way you do not end up getting stranded and your trip doesn't have to get curtailed from either Manali or the Shimla side because of any landslide that causes obstruction along the way. If you can plan for anything longer, maybe 10 nights, 11 days, or 11 nights, 12 days, that would be perfect for the month of July. This way you have enough of time to explore peacefully and without any trouble. Do not consider coming to Spiti Valley in the month of July with a short 6 night, 7 day trip, because that is be a recipe for disaster. In July, make sure you have an umbrella, you have your good pair of hiking shoes, you have your jackets, and along with this, you have your sunscreen. And most of all, remember to carry your lip balm and a pen. The pen will come very handy when it comes to sending postcards from Hikim, the world's highest post office. Overall, planning Spiti Valley, regardless of which time you're going, if the weather goes bad, it will be a disaster. But overall, the government of Himachal with the police force has taken great precautions to see that none of the tourists get harmed during this kind of natural disasters that happen. And pray and just hope that everything goes well this year. For all those who are planning on going self-driving, the first half of July is a better time to go to Spiti Valley, because you do not want to get stuck with your car in Spiti Valley in the second half of July with any kind of landslide or a flood. So plan for the first half. Is likewise, even for all those who are planning on taking a bike to Spiti Valley, the best time to go there is before the 20th of July, because after that, like I mentioned earlier, things start to get very dubious and unpredictable on this entire journey, especially the Shimla Kinnaur routing up till Nako, and then again from Manali till Sisu. The road is Manali to Sisu road is good, but from Mandi to Manali is where the whole chaos has been happening for the last couple of years. One of my the best ways to figure out the weather real time is to follow the Laol and Spiti police page on Facebook, and likewise the Shimla and Manali police page on Facebook, because they give real time updates of what is happening and where the water levels are high, along with that where there's a probability of a flash flood, and their information is, I would say, around 90 to 95% accurate for the future weather predictions of what the day-to-day scenario is. And always heed their advice, because they are the best advisors for the routing to Spiti Valley in the month of July. Other than this, just book your accommodation in, I would say, Kaza and Chandatal well in advance, because these are the two places that usually end up getting sold out at the earliest. And do not rely on cash to be withdrawn in Himachal. Withdraw it from Delhi or from your home city and come, so that you're not stranded without cash. Overall, you got to decide which time of the month, of the first half or the second half or the middle half of July is what works best for you to travel.